manager's special at McDonald's? Right now, get a Big Mac for just $1.19. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Hot, fresh, just for you. All for $1.19 and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
We are healthy, strong, funny, energetic, even sexy. We take good care of ourselves, and we drink Ensure when we can't eat nutritious foods like these. Ensure provides essential vitamins and minerals you find in vegetables, calcium like in milk, and protein like in fish. Ensure is a source of complete balanced nutrition and energy, so we can get the most out of life. Drink Ensure, and drink to your health.
Were you sitting at home being bored on New Year's Eve? Hey, don't worry. The party of your dreams is just around the corner. It's the biggest and best party of the new millennium, Retro Fest 2000, the South's largest disco party. It's coming to Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium February 4th. Come dressed in your favorite retro gear and get down with praise, music, and festivities. You can even take a shot at the dance and costume contest for cash prizes. Proceeds benefit the Piedmont chapter of the American Red Cross. Call 583-8000 for tickets.
What's the manager's special at McDonald's? Right now, get a Big Mac for just $1.19. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Hot, fresh, just for you. All for $1.19 and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
News Channel 7 at noon with Julie Phillips and Tony Dale with a Doppler 7 Storm Team.
On the Health Watch at noon, guessing when a baby is going to be born is just that, a guessing game. We can get close, but no one really knows what day it'll be. But a new test called Salus may take some of the guesswork out of a due date. The test measures a hormone in a woman's saliva that shoots up about 10 days before labor begins. And testing can be done starting at about the halfway point of labor, 20 weeks. If it looks like a baby will be born too soon, doctors can use medication to slow things down. If it looks like a baby will be coming late, maybe time to induce labor. How many babies are actually born on their due date? Less than 5%. Want to lose some weight, but don't think you can do it? A London woman might be the inspiration you're looking for. She lost 123 pounds in less than a year. The 32-year-old woman says she was sick of being overweight and wanted to win first prize in a competition in a weight loss magazine. Mark White has her story.
Posing beside a cardboard cutout of how she used to look, Jackie Buck's transformation is startling. Just 2 years ago, walking up the stairs was a marathon ordeal. Now she's preparing to run a half marathon and is on the front cover of Slimming magazine, voted their Slimmer of the Year after losing more than 8 stone.
It was just, I suppose, years and years of build-up on and off of being depressed about it. And I just woke up one morning and thought, I just don't want to be fat anymore. I just don't want to feel like this.
After 2 failed marriages, which Jackie puts down to her weight problem, romance is once again blossoming. She met fellow postman Paul at work. He says he's delighted by her transformation.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's an achievement for anybody to lose all that weight.
Although Jackie is managing to buck the trend, Britons, it appears, are getting fatter. 62% of men and 53% of women are overweight. And experts say the situation is worsening. In 1980, just 7% of people were very overweight. Last year, the number of obese people stood at 20%.
Generally, it's down to the fact that we're becoming far less active as a nation. We do much less exercise, much less activity. Our whole lifestyle now is geared to actually being relatively lazy, I suppose.
Jackie Buck knows she has a continuing battle ahead to keep the weight off. But with regular exercise and a healthy diet, she's confident she'll remain half the woman she once was. Mark White, Sky News, Central London.
Some advice before you begin any diet program. It's always a good idea to consult a doctor and get a thorough physical. Coming up tonight at 5 on the Health Watch, a new study out today reveals women have better outcomes than men when suffering from chest pain, even though they receive less invasive tests. Could this change the way doctors treat men in similar conditions? A surprising answer when you join us tonight at 5 for the Health Watch. If you have any questions about our Health Watch report, just write to us. Address, Post Office Box 1717, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29304. You can also email us. That address on the web, healthwatch@WSPA.com. Coming up later, something wonderful for a sweet tooth on this Sassy Tuesday. Also, find out why NASA is scrubbing today's planned launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour.
Well, after 2 wretched winter weekends, I actually have some pleasant news to impart in my feature cast. I'm going to get rid of some of this winter weather for a while. Stick around, we'll talk about that.
Get a tasket, new Long John Silver's basket. The value meals with real appeal, new Long John Silver's basket.
Long John Silver's new basket combos, starting at just $2.99. Our famous fish, chicken, shrimp, or a sensational sandwich, together with tons of fries in a handy go-anywhere basket. All this, plus a drink, starting at $2.99. Long John Silver's new basket combos. One taste, and you're a basket case.
New Long John Silver's basket.
Oh, yeah.
George W. Bush's tax plan is called an economic agenda worthy of a new president. The Bush plan reserves $2 trillion of the surplus to protect and strengthen Social Security and pay down the national debt. The rest is dedicated to priorities, education, rebuilding our military, and providing a real tax cut for every taxpayer. Some Washington politicians say it's better to keep the money in Washington. Governor Bush believes we can meet priorities and still give families back more of what they earn.
Time, it passes so quickly, and children grow up so fast. A father's time with his children shapes their lives, strengthening their character and enriching his own. But moments fade away. You can't make memories unless you're there.
Nice weather we're having finally. Thank you, Tony.
It's about time, too. I'm just so tired of having to deliver these awful forecasts. I'm sure your people are mad because, that's a human thing to blame the messenger.
Oh, no, we don't blame you. But, it's nice to have a little reprieve here.
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting. We're starting a new month. And you think back when we started January, we started January off with this incredibly mild, almost spring-like weather, and then all of a sudden at the end of January, it was the bottom fell out, right? Well, we're starting off February on a very, very pleasant note. Probably a good idea to remember that we were going through somewhat of a meteorological roller coaster here. So we'll see what happens at the end of February. But at the moment, as you look out there, look how beautiful that is on your Carolina Southern Mac Live Cam Network. You're looking here at Greenwood, and it is just fine, fabulous there in Greenville. I think moving along nicely there. And same story here. No clouds anywhere in Spartanburg. You want a real view, take a look at this. Now, you can still see some ice up there aloft on Hogback Mountain and some snow patchy out in the distance in those mountains. But that is all going to be melting off over the next few days. We'll see an end to that. It's melting even as we speak. No snow, no precipitation of any kind to show you within 150 miles on pinpoint Doppler, so that's good news. Now, there is a little disturbance, a little short wave is working through the Ohio Valley today. There were some flurries. There will be maybe another flurry or two late afternoon from these far northern. You see this little area here? Little bits of this wraparound moisture are going to swing through there. So you're going to see wind, cloudier conditions, and a few flurries for those western-facing northern mountains up there in the Appalachians. But you get on the other side, Asheville down toward Hendersonville, that region, it's not going to be that way at all. It'll be windy, but it's not going to get snowy. And that'll be the end of the snow that you see. 38, 36, there are your temperatures at the noon hour. Winds variable, westerly. They're switching out of the northwest later today, and we'll pick up a bit. 41, 33. We'll pick up a little of the energy coming around behind that same system we were just looking at, a weak frontal passage, and it will cool things off. It is a fairly cool day throughout the entire region, as you'll see. Temperatures pretty near the 40-degree mark, a little colder in Charlotte, 34 there, at a cold night overnight. Now, you'll note as we look at the national picture here that the middle of the country looks good. You see this is the system we were just discussing. You can see how it's dropping down. But it's going to swing away from us. And the reason is that high pressure is building in behind, and that high pressure is going to have a couple of effects. One's going to make for some clear weather, but it's also going to help steer this low that you see over here in Texas down south into the Gulf of Mexico and away from us. I was concerned yesterday because one of the models was putting it a little further north, but that is not going to play out, which is good news. Because I don't know about you, I've about had it with the frozen stuff for a while. We'll fly down through all of it for you, take you through and let you look at it. from a distant perspective where you can see that snow falling to the north. And that is where it is going to stay. In fact, for the next few days, we don't have anything to worry about in the way of precipitation. Let's take a look at what the dynamic is. Here's your day in a nutshell. We do have a little bit of rain that'll make it south of us, but high pressure builds in. That low continues to track south on through Thursday. It'll be out of here and out of our hair, basically. This is how it looks as we show you the model here through time. Here's your clock, and you'll notice here comes that same thing. It's indicating the moisture moving away on future Doppler. And the temperatures, well, they stay pretty chilly the next few days. I mean, we don't warm up much. Tonight, again, down in the 20s, teens to 20s in the mountains, and on into Wednesday. Begins a warming trend as we go into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday will be right back to about normal, which is good news. So a sunny, breezy day, 40s, close to 50. The mountains, 35 to 40, a few flurries up there in those northern counties, but the rest of the mountains looking pretty good. And then a cold night, 20s in the upstate, teens to 20s in the mountains. And then we head toward the weekend, which is looking pretty decent. We'll be up right around the normal, 50, and down in the 20s at night, stay dry all the way right now, looks like, into Monday. In the mountains, there too. A slow warm-up takes you back to about normal by the weekend, and there too, you don't have to worry about any sort of snow or frozen stuff. Mind you, if something breaks out, we'll let you know about it instantly. We can email you. Log on to our website at WSPA.com and sign up for it.
All righty. Thank you, Tony. Well, it'll be at least another week before the Space Shuttle Endeavour gets off the ground. A computer glitch forced NASA to cancel today's scheduled launch. The computer sends commands to the shuttle's boosters and external tank, and crews will replace this defective piece of equipment. Then the launch will be rescheduled. Once in space, the Endeavour crew will bring back images to create a more accurate map of Earth. Well, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. We have a gift idea for you. Why not create the perfect dessert without all the fat? Join us in the News Channel 7 kitchen next for a Fat-Free Tuesday Valentine's treat.
Over 12,000 military families on food stamps. Veterans failing to get the benefits they were promised. International tensions, hotspots, and uncertainties around the globe. There's only one man running for president who knows the military and understands the world. John McCain. As a Navy pilot in POW, he's seen the horrors of war. As a senator, he's already one of the nation's leaders in knowing how to keep the peace.
And if America is to lead, then America's leader must be prepared for that challenge.
We live in the land of the free, not the home of the hidden roaming charges. We're Suncom, and we get it.
Is your bank taking too big a cut from your money? A cut for checking charges? Charging too much interest on loans? Even paying low interest on savings? By now, you're probably not left with much. At First Federal Bank, totally free checking has no minimum balance and no service charges. We offer many low-interest loans and pay high interest on your savings. No need to cut back. Just cut your losses. First Federal Bank, on the cutting edge.
Cardiovascular surgery is particularly challenging because the patients are extremely ill.
Most of our patients do not have a choice about having cardiac surgery, and that's the real challenge. They need our expertise to survive.
To see critically ill patients survive, but more importantly, to see them return to full function in their life.
I think that's extremely challenging as well as extremely rewarding.
I can't imagine doing anything else.
It's Fat-Free Tuesday, and with Valentine's around the corner, we thought it might be a good idea for something sweet without all the guilt. I don't know. I don't feel guilty about eating something sweet. I just want to know. I don't either. Jennifer David joins us, registered dietitian, with a recipe that looks so good. It's beautiful.
It is wonderful, and it's a very rich chocolate taste. It's not just like a chocolate cream pie. It's a very rich chocolate, and it's got a chocolate crust, too. And it's very quick and very easy. So you use a ready-made crust, and then as you can see here, just a few ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ingredients.
Is this a chocolate graham cracker crust?
It is a chocolate graham cracker crust. And just to make it quick and easy, I went ahead and did the purchase crust.
Why not?
To get started, all I did was I poured a 14-ounce can of the fat-free sweetened condensed milk in here. And then to that, you add a half a cup of cocoa. And then I'm just going to stir this up a little bit just until it's blended. And hopefully you can still hear my voice over this.
Oh, sure.
Doesn't that smell wonderful?
Yeah.
All that cocoa coming up in our faces.
Yeah, really.
And then the next step is just to add your cream cheese, and this is reduced fat cream cheese.
Okay.
And I was able to reduce the fat in this enough so that it would be about 29% of the calories from fat. And a low-fat food is anything with less than 30% of less of the calories from fat. So this is just under. So it's going to taste a lot more sinful than it is.
Oh, it's going to thicken it up too, isn't it? All right.
You know, a lot of these recipes just use a chocolate pudding, but the cream cheese and the sweetened condensed milk just makes it really rich. And I'm going to just blend it until it's smooth.
Okay.
And the very last step would be to add your egg substitute. This is a half of a cup. It's equal to 2 eggs.
Okay, save the cholesterol there.
Yes, and the fat. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then this you just mix until it's blended. You don't want to overdo it or anything.
Okay.
And at this point, we're practically done. So I'll just try to speed that up a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
And it's all mixed.
Okay.
And then the next step is simply to just pour it into this crust. Now, at this point, the oven is set for 350 degrees.
You want me to scrape it a little?
Yes, please.
Okay. We have plenty of time today. For some reason, I don't know. So that means we have time to eat some, maybe.
Yes.
Tony's standing by the way, hoping to get a taste.
But we got most of that in there. That's good enough.
All right.
And then put that in the oven
Okay.
at 350 degrees and let it bake for about 25 minutes. You don't want to overdo it, but it'll be set. Let it cool completely all the way. And once it's cool, you'll spread your fat-free whipped topping on the top.
My goodness
And
gracious.
then, just to show you what we do next, I'll let you take care of
All
that. You
right.
need to open that
Just
up
a little-
first, though. I'm going to sprinkle
Gee, I
the
thought you'd have
chocolate
already
on
done
here.
that.
You're going to
Okay.
take an ounce of semi-sweet chocolate. It's in the baker's section right next to
Okay.
the chocolate chips. And then cut it up into small little pieces and then just drizzle your
It's pretty
caramel.
just like that, but why not have a little bit more fun still,
Yes.
huh? I guess we could do a little heart shape in there for Valentine's Day.
You
That's
certainly could.
beautiful.
And that's how it
Yeah,
turns out.
great. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm sorry. I was busy worrying about this. You can only do one thing at a time. Did you say you refrigerate this afterwards?
You
or
don't
just
have
spread
to.
the
No,
whipped
just
cream
let
on
it
the top
cool. You
after
can
it's
let it cool at room temperature.
Okay.
But if you want to speed it up, you can certainly put it in the
But
refrigerator.
you can serve it lukewarm then, or room temperature.
Yes.
I guess. Okay, fine. Well, let's take a taste of it, Tony.
And I note, Julie, that there are 2 forks today.
Isn't that great?
So what we'll do, we'll take turns. I'll eat, you talk, I'll eat.
All right. If you want a recipe for this, what do you call it again, Jennifer?
A chocolate caramel cream pie, or tart. Chocolate caramel cream tart.
Chocolate caramel cream tart, or you could just say the Valentine's Day dessert. You could put that. We'd know what you mean. News Channel 7, Fat Free Tuesday, Post Office Box 1717, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29304. Wouldn't you know, I'm out of time. I don't get to eat. But what do you think? Delicious, huh?
You'd never know that this was a dietary anything. It tastes delicious, rich, yummy.
Jennifer
Good.
David, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Love that. Love it when you're here. Still ahead on News Channel 7 at noon. There she is, Miss South Carolina. The Palmetto State Queen is sending a very important message to these upstate children. Find out what that is next.
This February, take off with News Channel 7. First, they've broken more major stories than any investigative team in the upstate. Now you won't believe what's next from the News Channel 7I team. Then everybody has a story, and Carl Clark is out to prove it. And satisfy your need for speed with News Channel 7's Daytona Speed Weeks. Live team coverage, plus Air 7 Power Zoom takes local news to new heights. News Channel 7. It's news from where you live.
What kids want can be different from what kids need.
What kids want. What kids need. What kids want. What kids need.
That's why there's Iron Kids bread, with a great taste of white bread, which is
What kids want.
plus all the fiber of whole wheat bread and lots more calcium, which is
What kids need.
And as a parent, what more could you want? Iron Kids, the bread parents and kids can agree on. Now, 2 slices of Iron Kids has as much calcium as a glass of milk.
When severe weather threatens the Carolinas, your #1 source for instant weather information is the Doppler 7 Storm Team. Jack Roper and the Doppler 7 Storm Team. Weather from where you live.
VisionWorks has the best prices on glasses guaranteed. You can walk in and get any pair of glasses in the store for free. Just buy one pair of glasses and get any second pair of equal or lesser value free, even thousands of name brands. So hurry in to VisionWorks.
At the time I impacted the boat, I was airborne.
And you're going fast.
I did choose to go a little bit faster, yeah.
Near death on a flying jet ski.
When he hit, he landed on top of the boat.
Were you lucky?
Yes.
Were those kids in that boat lucky?
Oh, they would have been killed.
You're not required to have boat insurance in case of accident?
No.
What state is this?
California.
That's nuts.
Justice with an attitude. Judge Judy. Today at 4 on News Channel 7 WSPA TV.
Looking ahead to some of the stories we're working on for News Channel 7 at 5, investigators have made 2 arrests in a bizarre kidnap and murder for hire case. They say an upstate restaurant owner and his wife were the targets. The latest on that beginning today at 5. Plus, Coast Guard crews continue to sift through the rubble of what was Alaskan Airlines Flight 261. Hope dims for finding survivors. Investigators start to piece together clues in this latest deadly airline crash. That story beginning at 5. Well, some children at an upstate elementary school got a special visit today from Miss South Carolina. 5-year-olds at Mona View Elementary got to meet Danielle Davis. She's a reigning Miss South Carolina. She took time to read a book called I Like Me to all the children. The book made and distributed by the Bell South Pioneers, a volunteer group involved in community service projects. And this project, as you can see, is to promote reading among children. Miss South Carolina says the children's enthusiasm for reading is wonderful. That's it for today. We're out of time, but thanks for joining us.
What's great for breakfast at McDonald's? The Sausage McMuffin with egg, now just $1.19. Zesty sausage topped with egg and cheese on a toasted English muffin. So drive through today and get one for just $1.19. Hot, fresh, just for you, and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
I have arthritis, and I need fast relief when my hands get to hurting. So when my arthritis acts up, I go for the green Arthritis Strength BC powder.
Get back on the go, go for the green. Arthritis pain can be tough. That's why I go for the green. Go for the green. Arthritis Strength BC powder. It's tough on arthritis pain.
To get back on the go, go for the green.
News Channel 7's Connecting with Kids is brought to you by the support of these caring partners.
Who are the role models in your child's life?
I have sinned.
God bless America.
No. The most important role models are these.
I would say my mom, my role model.
My role model is my band director.
I like the person that she is.
He's really kind of taken me under his wing.
Their most important role model is you.
There's a place where high-tech healthcare meets your personal needs face-to-face. Where world-class physicians are just around the corner. Where nearly 7,000 healthcare professionals, your neighbors, work together every day for one common good, your health. So while you may think you have to travel hundreds of miles to receive such comprehensive care, it's actually right in your own backyard. Greenville Hospital System. Healthcare to a higher standard.
What's the manager's special at McDonald's? Right now, get a Big Mac for just $1.19. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Hot, fresh, just for you. All for $1.19 and only at one place. Did somebody say McDonald's?
Here's 7 Power Zone, covering news from where you live.
The real story of John Benet Ramsey, Perfect Murder, Perfect Town, CBS, February 27th.
Morning, sis. Where's Mom?
She went out for a ride.
Alone, or is Dad with her?
Alone.
Well, is he upstairs? I need to talk to him about something I've been wrestling with.
No, he's not here.
You already go to the office?
No, he hasn't been here. He hasn't been staying here.
So I guess Dad's giving Mom some space while they work things out.
I think it's gone a lot further than that.
Meaning?
I overheard Dad on the telephone last night talking to Diane Jenkins.
Why would Dad be calling her?
Well, you're not going to believe this. He was talking about his living arrangements.
Give me a break. Dad can't possibly be thinking of moving in with her.
I don't know what he's thinking. I tried to pin him down and get some kind of an answer, but he wouldn't confirm or deny it, which frankly isn't real reassuring.
Wow, this is awesome. Dad's going to Diane. I mean, so much for family unity.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Bye. I actually really have to go to work, so, need a lift?
No, I'll take my own car.
All right, see you.
Victoria, I'd like you to stay, please. I have some questions I want to ask you about your father.
Diane, you're going to wear a hole in the carpet pacing back and forth like that.
Can't help it, Riss. I just keep racking my brain to try and figure out exactly what Victor meant when he said he wanted to talk about living arrangements. Can he be serious? Wanting to move back in with me?
You know how that man's mind works better than I do.
Yeah, well, I also know it's pretty far-fetched to think he'd ever want to move back in here. And considering all the acrimony between the two of us this past few years, I can't wait another moment. I've got to know what that man is thinking now. Victor, it's Diane. I was wondering if we could nail down a time to get together. Better yet, perhaps you could tell me exactly what you had in mind when you said you wanted to talk to me about living arrangements.
To be honest with you, I prefer to wait. I'd like to discuss this kind of thing in person, all right?
I assume you'll get back to me shortly with an exact time?
I will, as soon as I have solved some related matters.
Oh, very well. I'll be waiting. Good morning, Mackenzie.
You're back?
Yes.
Did you just get in?
No, late last night.
Why do you ask? Miss me? Hello?
Well, Joe, you're home. Where have you been?
On a little trip.
Awfully sudden, wasn't it?
Yes, it was sudden, but potentially very rewarding. John, is everything all right?
Well, that's why I'm calling. Something I'd like to discuss with you concerning our son.
Well, is there a problem? Is Billy in some kind of trouble?
Relax, Joe. It is nothing like that. Just something that needs to be addressed this morning. Can you stop by the house?
I'm on my way. Have a very pleasant day, Mackenzie.
Why were you so nice to me, Jill? What are you up to?
The young and the restless. This portion sponsored by Mountain Grown Folgers Coffee. The best part of waking up.
This is the time to come alive, to wake the spirit inside.
yourself, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
You off the road.
Absolutely, sir. I'll be on my way right now.
Kickball, 5th grade versus 6th. They give their all, so give them Sunny Delight, a source of more vitamins than the next leading chilled juice drinks. Because it's not just about fun, it's about bragging rights. Reach for the good stuff. Reach for the sun. Sunny Delight. She's got nerves of steel, but her bones are another story. That's why Sunny Delight with calcium has as much calcium as milk and is a source of more vitamins than the next leading chilled juice drinks for healthy bodies and crash landings. Reach for the good stuff. Reach for the sun. Sunny Delight.
Let's face it, occasional loss of bladder control is no picnic, but now you can be dry and get on with your life with Poise pads. You see, Poise pads have a special absorbent material inside called Dry Touch that holds more than 10 times its weight in fluid, locks it into a gel, and turns it into a dry fluff. So you stay drier. Poise pads. Drier. Need I say more?
Well, if it isn't my extremely handsome big brother.
Hey! Well, aren't you in a good mood?
Oh, what? You prefer me to be in a bad mood?
Oh, no. I much prefer you this way. I just like to, meet the reason.
What do you mean?
Well, I'd like to shake hands with a man, say thanks. You haven't maybe heard from your mystery man, have you?
Jack, I really, seriously...
Ashley, come on, give me a break. You've been like a different woman since you got back from this cruise. And believe me, I love it. I just want more information. You haven't even so much as mentioned this guy's name, much less showed a photo of him. I don't know anything about it.
Ashley Abbott. No, you're not interrupting at all. In fact, your timing couldn't be more perfect.
So handsome. How about some breakfast?
I was kind of thinking I'm having breakfast right now.
In which case you will take seconds?
And thirds. And fourth. And fifth.
You're crazy, you know that?
I am so crazy in love with you. That's what I am. You know, it is a damn good thing we're getting married because they just might have to lock us up.
Well, speaking of which, handsome husband-to-be, I've been very busy making plans.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I want our wedding day to be the most perfect day in our lives, and it's going to be because... What?
You. That's why. I'm just tripping off how excited you are about all this wedding stuff. You know, you did have me a little worried there for a while.
Worried?
Yeah, worried. Wanted this wedding in July. But now look at you like a little girl in a candy store, like you're wishing this thing was tomorrow. Baby, we don't have to wait. We could do this a whole lot sooner if you really wanted to.
Anything exciting going on in the world?
Well, Billy, I thought you left already.
Oh, well, I thought I'd go in a little late today. You know, have breakfast with my pop.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, I was actually wondering if you'd made a decision on my Aspen trip. You know, time's running really short.
Billy, I realize that, but I told you I have to talk to your mother first, and she's been out of town.
Any idea when she'll be back?
Matter of fact, she returned last night. I spoke to her, and she's unaware of it.
Oh, there she is. I'll go get it.
No, Billy, I want to talk to your mother alone. You go on upstairs. Billy, go. Well, thank you for coming. What in the world happened here?
Nothing. It was stupid. I slipped on the ice. Why did Billy run upstairs that way?
Because I need to talk to you privately about it. Go on in.
So,
Emergency, Diane. Call me on my car phone, say you have to see me.
No, I'll explain all that. But first, I'd like to thank you for making time for me.
Just get to what this is all about.
There's been a new development. Victor called me last night and requested a meeting to discuss his living arrangements.
Did he say what he meant by that?
No, but he said he'd come by today to explain it.
Interesting. So apparently I spoke too soon when I said there was no point to your fantasizing about your ex.
Well, I really don't know that it has anything to do with me personally. I mean, he may just want me to design a house for him. But there's still a definite change. I mean, Victor being civil with me, and not to mention his desire to talk to me about something so personal.
Are you wondering if he's going to ask you to live here?
It's too soon to jump to that conclusion.
Is it? I wonder if that's how you really feel, or are you just downplaying that possibility because you don't want me to realize that my cooperation is even more vital to you than ever?
Burger King and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission want you to know about the voluntary recall of this Pokemon Pokeball. The ball may pose a suffocation hazard to children under 3. Throw the ball away or return it to Burger King. The safety of your child is of the utmost importance to us.
Your face has over 20,000 pores. Make them look smaller, your skin smoother, more even with new Neutrogena Pore Refining Cream. The daily moisturizer with retinol and alpha hydroxy. Neutrogena Pore Refining Cream. This was worth waiting for.
This winter, try something new. Stay healthy. Introducing new Hall's Defense. Each lozenge has 100% of the vitamin C you need every day. Get new Hall's Defense and get going.
Yes, I'm very, very nervous. I'm hoping it's positive and it's just clear enough for us to read. It's yes. Oh, this is so clear.
Now we have to get a bigger place.
Once there was a princess who fell into deep despair when her love for butter was doomed by wicked cholesterol.
Oh, dear.
No one in all the kingdom could wake her.
Who's that?
No matter what riches they offered her. Until...
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter!
Made with real sweet cream buttermilk for a fresh butter taste without the cholesterol. The taste you love without the cholesterol.
You drag it, you bat it, drives you mad, but you can't get at it.
Say goodbye to dirt, dust, and hair with the new Pledge Grab-It Sweeper and Claws. Because Pledge Grab-It Claws are electrostatically charged to grab the stuff brooms and vacuums may miss.
If you want to nab it, go on and grab it. So fast and light it could become a habit. Grab it!
And get rid of dirt, dust, and hair for good. New Pledge Grab-It Sweeper and Claws.
Grab it!
No other show this television season has captured the hearts of viewers like Judging Amy.
That's my daughter.
Oh, watch me go.
They have to be fair to the greater good.
You go, girl!
Amy Brenneman and Time Daily star. Judging Amy, CBS tonight. Amy Madigan, Scott Bakula, and Richard Thomas in The Name of the People, CBS Wednesday.
Hey, now, don't forget your scarf, young lady. It is freezing out there.
Thanks. So, have you seen Jill this morning?
No.
Well, she's back.
Oh, God, it was enjoyable while it lasted, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Did she say anything unpleasant to you?
No. She was actually very nice.
Well, I can imagine how disconcerting that must have been to you. I'm sure her cheery mood is just a passing thing. On the other hand, no. Perhaps it's not.
Okay, what miracle would make that happen?
Not a miracle. No. Your father, Brock.
Are you saying that my dad's pressuring Jill to change her ways?
Pressuring? No. Though by being a good influence and appealing to the minuscule decency in Jill he's perceived over the years, I'm sure he's hoping she will follow his example. I overheard the two of you talking last night, my darling, and, well, I didn't actually hear anything that you said, but from the tone of your voices, you seemed very close.
He's pretty cool.
It's very high praise coming from you. Oh, Mackenzie, I am so glad that everything is working out for you. I am right. I mean, everything is working out for you, is it not?
You wanted to talk to me about Dad? You overheard what I was saying to Nicholas, right? Yes, I overheard. Now I want to know more. I don't really know much more. Well, I know this. Your father's furious with me. Maybe that's why he's reaching out to Diane to strike back at me. Strike back at you? When he wanted to... Oh, no. He knows about you and Brad. That's it, isn't it? That's why he's so angry with you. That's why he's not staying here. He knows about your affair with Bradley.
Are you ready for the fat curl? Get one coat Color and Curl mascara from Almay. It doubles the size of lashes in one curling coat. No clumps. For fat, curlaceous lashes. No clumps in sight. Almay one coat Color and Curl mascara.
Can any of you ladies help me? My zipper's stuck. Hello? Hello?
Irritated throat? Try Luden's Herbal, now in echinacea.
We combine power and intelligence and created a way to clean your pipes like they've never been cleaned before. New Liquid Plumber Foaming Pipe Snake Clog Remover.
My joints felt locked up. Then I tried Osteo-Biflex. It's a natural supplement that repairs cartilage and lubricates joints over time. It works for me.
Osteo-Biflex. Repair, rebuild, renew.
Oh, we're having chicken.
Try new McCormick flavor medleys.
Oh. We're having chicken.
Watch how McCormick flavors any meal.
Oh, meatloaf.
Oh. Meat?
Loaf. Tantalize the taste of everything you cook. Look in the spice aisle for new McCormick flavor medleys. The same old meals will never be the same.
Dear fastidious consumer, I'm Kleenex Cottonelle toilet paper, and you're doing quite a job on clean. Clean towels, clean socks, clean... Well, since we're in my department, you should know I'm the only toilet paper with ripples, specially designed to leave you feeling fresh, dry, and confidently clean. Not to mention keeping your whites their whitest. Kleenex Cottonelle. When you think of clean, think of me.
CBS Wednesday. Check into City of Angels and see why everyone's raving. Powerful.
This is my patient. I'm not going to stand around and watch him die.
Compelling.
Neither I nor this hospital will be held hostage by you.
From Stephen Bochco, the co-creator of NYPD Blue.
I'm your new chief.
An all-new City of Angels, CBS Wednesday.
15 years ago, something terrible happened to this child.
What's unusual about this x-ray?
Now, the truth will shock the doctors of Chicago Hope. CBS Thursday.
So that's what this is about? Brittany's parents want to invite our son to go up and spend a week in Aspen over the winter break?
And Billy is rather eager to go, as you can imagine.
Well, it's natural under the circumstances. Well, what is it, John? Oh, were you hoping to spend the break with Billy? You see, I totally understand that. I would love some extra time with him myself.
No, Joe, this isn't about Billy spending his winter break with me. No, it's about his behavior.
What's been happening?
Just say a lot of attitude, downright rudeness. Now, look, I don't want you to overreact to this. I know it's a hot button with you, but please now.
Dear Lord, no. He hasn't been drinking.
Yes, a little.
A little? There is no such thing as a little with a 16-year-old.
I agree, but he is a teenager, and kids do experiment. That doesn't mean he's going to become
Oh, you're not saying this all right with you. Please tell me you're not saying that.
Of course not. I have been very strong with him about the subject. What I'm worried about is that if we come down too hard on him, we could push him in the wrong direction.
John, I cannot tell you how many years I have been kicking myself because I didn't come down hard enough on Philip when I had the chance.
I know that, but we will be vigilant about this. We will not allow it to become a problem.
You don't know how much I want to believe that that's possible. And yet...
Look, I know how horrible this is for you. You lost a son to alcohol.
Billy's not Philip, though, is he?
No.
Okay. All right. I just want you to promise me that there will be no tolerance for drinking. I mean, none at all.
Of course I will promise you that. We're both in full agreement on this. But there is something else that I am quite concerned about. You know, Billy and I always had an open, honest relationship.
You don't feel that's true anymore?
Let's just say our son's at a very critical age where he's learning the importance of trust and truthfulness in his relationships.
Right. There is one way that we can find out just how truthful he's being about this thing, though.
Michael, if I thought for a moment I couldn't trust you, I would never have told you about Victor's overture.
Why did you tell me?
Isn't it obvious? I mean, despite the way you may feel, you are very important to me, and you have helped me in so many ways, both personally and professionally.
And now you need my help again?
You make it sound so calculated.
Your word, Diane.
I do still value our friendship, just as I hope you do, too. And I hope you wish the best for me, just as I wish the same for you.
And the best for you is Victor Newman.
I'll say it again. I still don't know where Victor's coming from with this.
You'd like it to be.
Oh, Michael, you wouldn't do anything, would you? If this was where Victor was coming from?
So you are worried about me.
Okay, counselor. We'll cut to the chase. What would it take to win your cooperation?
Got those reports you wanted.
Thank you, son.
That picture of you and Mom that was on your desk, it's gone.
Mm-hmm, it is. Well, son, it's obvious you put a lot of time and effort into this. It's also obvious to me that when I was gone, you took on a lot of extra responsibilities. From what I hear, picked up some of the slack, and I appreciate that very much. You did a hell of a job.
Thanks.
Now, son, there was one other issue that was at hand when I was leaving. And that was the status of the coffee house. What has been going on with that?
Hey, did I grow yet? Am I taller? Nope. Are you sure? Mm-hmm. I better eat some more Kix.
Now Kix is a good source of calcium, as much calcium as the milk you pour on it. Kids need all they can get during the years when pediatricians say bones grow the most.
Anything now? I think a couple of centimeters. I thought so.
Kix, with more calcium than any leading kid cereal. Kid tested, mother approved.
There are lots of little reasons for choosing the right cold medicine. Trust Pediacare. It's the #1 pediatrician-recommended brand of infant's cold drops made just for baby's little system. Pediacare will make your little one feel a lot better because you care. Pediacare.
Look what Daddy gets.
When you make a Spamburger hamburger. Perfect. Watch out. Because it's so good.
I got it.
It's gone. Spam. So good. It's gone.
Want to see my life? It's all in here somewhere. At least now, I've got the makeup thing together.
New Express Makeup 3-in-1 from Maybelline. One lightweight stick that does 3 things quick. It glides on liquid smooth, dots on to conceal, finishes powder light for a no-fuss natural look.
You can toss it in your bag, along with the rest of your life.
New Express Makeup 3-in-1 from Maybelline.
It's makeup made simple. Maybe she's born with it. Maybelline.
The young and the restless will continue. From Hallmark Hall of Fame, when his son vanishes without a trace,
You don't know what kind of people he was mixed up with.
Atticus Cody will travel to the ends of the earth to find him.
There are things you don't want to know.
But is he prepared for what he'll discover?
Oh, Scotty.
Academy Award winner James Coburn in Hallmark Hall of Fame's Missing Pieces, CBS Sunday.
If you're a South Carolina resident, age 65 or over, and have Medicare Parts A and B, stay tuned for a special announcement. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of South Carolina announces a special enrollment period for its money-saving Medicare supplement plans. Call before March 17th, and there are no application fees to pay and no health questions to answer. In addition, if you sign up during special enrollment, you can't be turned down. Even better, these are some of the most affordable plans in South Carolina. If you presently have a Medicare supplement from another company, this special enrollment period may be your best chance ever to save money by switching to an affordable plan from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of South Carolina. But you have to call before March 17th to take advantage of it.
Call 1-800-686-4488 before this limited-time special enrollment period ends on March 17th. That's 1-800-686-4488.
He's in your neighborhood now. If this uninvited guest visits you...
Ooh, I'm gonna like it here.
Ask your doctor right away about Relenza.
Catch the Grammys live, CBS February 23rd. Don't miss it.
Dad, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the coffee house lately.
And?
I know it's a sore point with you.
But you know why?
Yes. I can see how you might have some reservations.
Now go on.
I don't think I have to tell you how important this project has been to Sharon and me. How much we've enjoyed it and what we've accomplished. When I first bought that place, Dad, it was operating in the red, and now it is thriving. Thanks to some hard work and some solid management on my part and Sharon's. However, I hate the divisiveness it has created between you and me.
So do I, my son. So do I. Have you sold the place?
No, I haven't sold it.
Well, then I guess that means that I'm going to have to reassess my decision to offer you a seat on the board of directors of Newman Enterprises, won't it?
Mother, how did Dad find out about you and Brad? Victoria. No, don't try and deny it. I can see it in your eyes. Dad knows, doesn't he? Now I understand why you say Dad was so furious with you, why he'd like to strike out at you and try and hurt you. And what better way to do that than to reach out to Diane, a woman he knows I despise. Still, if he is trying to strike out at you, I just can't believe he'd turn to Diane. Your father is capable of anything these days, especially now. I'm sorry things have disintegrated to this point. Well, you know, Victoria, what is, and it has to be dealt with.
when in doubt, go directly to the source.
Was that Brittany's mother or father you were
It
talking
was Jane Hodges.
to? And?
Apparently, everything is exactly as Billy said it was. They have invited our son up there. There's plenty of room. Plus, they think very highly of him. And she also reassured me that she and her husband have absolutely no tolerance for underage drinking in any form at any time.
Well, that leaves us for the decision.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on the trip?
What do you think?
Being a parent, is there any greater responsibility in this world?
If there is, I can't imagine what it would be. I know you think it's time that we cut him some slack.
Well, after talking to Jane Hodges and with you and me being in perfect accord on this drinking thing, yeah, I think that we should cut Billy a little slack. The question remains, though, how do you feel about it?
Do you know why Alpo is one of the fastest growing brands of dry dog food? I'll tell you why. I think it's this stuff. Chicory. Okay. It works on the bacteria in your system. Alpo helps you live a long and healthy life. Now, if anybody asks you how old you are, lie.
A great dog deserves a long life. A great dog deserves Alpo from Friskies.
They tried our refreshing blue flavor. They tried our minty green flavor. Then we told them both were Listerine. Cool Mint and Fresh Burst Listerine. All of Listerine's germ-killing power with great taste.
Payless Shoe Source is giving every baby born this year their first pair of shoes free. Just bring your baby in to any Payless Shoe Source.
Did you know it could actually cost you more to call your state capital than your nation's capital?
I did not know that.
It's true. But with Sprint nickel nights anywhere, in-state and out-of-state calls are all the same nickel all night long. Nickel across the state, nickel across the country.
It's almost too easy.
Sprint nickel nights anywhere. You do the math. We'll do the geography. Switch to Sprint at 1-800-PIN-DROP.
So, how you doing?
Oh, miserable. Breakfast time, we sit around while folks pop something sweet from the toaster.
Oh, yeah.
What's not to love? Real eggs.
Hey, bacon?
And cheese. Say, what if somebody wrapped us up in a pastry crust and popped us up?
Pillsbury toaster scrambles. Real eggs, smoky bacon, creamy cheese in a flaky pastry crust right in your grocer's freezer. Mmm. Pillsbury toaster scrambles.
Look out, sweet stuff.
Sweetheart, it's not that I wouldn't love to get married sooner, but...
I know. You have the showcase.
Exactly. Plus, there are so many decisions to make. There's no way we can just throw a big wedding on the spur of the moment.
We could just forget June and July altogether, you know. Run off to Vegas or somewhere just as soon as the waiting period for my divorce is over. Girl, we could tie the knot without a whole lot of fussing and carrying on, you know what I mean?
Malcolm, you know how much I want to be your wife. It's all I can think about, becoming Mrs. Malcolm Winters. So, if a quickie wedding is something you want to do,
No. You are a spoiled little thing, aren't you? And you have your heart set on a big old wedding with all the trimmings.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then you say no more, because that's exactly how it's going to be. You forget that Vegas ever rolled off my tongue, and I'm going to give you the wedding that you have always dreamed of. And so much more. Even if it does take until July to plan the damn thing.
Actually, I went out and bought a wedding planner yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, goody good. Well, I want to volunteer and say that I will help in any way that I can. Okay? So don't be shy when it comes to asking. There's one other thing. This showcase of yours. There's something I want to say to you about that, too.
Don't get me wrong, things are going really well for me.
But?
But everybody's been saying that, and it makes me a little nervous.
Oh, well, I know that feeling, too, darling. Everybody does. Life is always throwing surprises at you, and all of them are not happy ones.
But I've never had this much good luck at once.
It's not good luck. It's not luck at all. No, it's having a family around you that loves you. Everybody needs that, sweetheart. Everybody. All right, all set for school.
Yeah, I just gotta grab my lunch that I packed in the...
No. I will get that for you while you bundle up. And I do mean bundle up because you're not going outside without this, young lady. Like it or not.
Dad, I know I was supposed to stay upstairs, but, you're not gonna let me go to Aspen, are you?
Billy, your father didn't say that.
Yeah, but that's what he's gonna say, though, right?
You know, given your attitude lately and your behavior, not surprised you would think I would say no. After talking to your mother and getting some input from her, I think this is an opportunity not only for you to have a good time, but for you to prove to your mother and me that we can trust you, given what's happened lately. So, yes, you can go.
Thank you. Thanks, Dad. You too, Mom. This means a lot to me. It really does.
Billy.
Yeah?
Don't make us regret this.
No, I won't.
And Billy, honey,
What?
have a wonderful time.
Thanks. You guys are great. Thank you. See you guys later.
Tylenol House Call. Information for healthy living.
Every year it flies in from places like Sydney and Shanghai.
I feel absolutely miserable.
I wind up fever, chills, and ache all over.
It's the flu.
It hits me like a ton of bricks.
The flu is a serious ailment that could lead to hospital stays with pneumonia. That's why a flu vaccination is a good idea, especially if you're over 65. But if you do get the flu, experts recommend plenty of rest, drink lots of fluids, and to relieve the tough aches and fever of the flu, the medicine in extra-strength Tylenol is the first choice.
I am really looking forward to getting over it.
There's no cure for the flu, but you can get relief.
Tylenol House Call is brought to you by Extra Strength Tylenol.
All the way to the corner, girl, you do a little do-si-do.
Imagine calling a dance without worrying about your dentures slipping. Thanks to the all-day hold of Super Poly Grip, I can laugh and smile and take a healthy bite out of life.
Dreaming of a Disney cruise vacation? Then get to McDonald's now for the extraordinarily tasty Big Extra Sandwich, our newest, biggest burger, or one of your other McDonald's favorites. And you could win one of hundreds and hundreds of unforgettable Disney cruise vacations. Who gives you the chance to win the vacation of your dreams and a lifetime of memories? Did somebody say McDonald's?
An Ocean Spray Ruby Red Grapefruit. Delicious by itself, but when you pair it up with a plum sweet strawberry, you get a taste that's pure magic. Introducing new Ocean Spray Ruby Red and Strawberry. A delightful combination of premium Ruby Red grapefruits from Florida and juicy sun-ripened strawberries that virtually dances on your tongue. New Ocean Spray Ruby Red and Strawberry. Give it a spin. Ocean Spray. You know it's good.
What about the showcase?
Baby, you and I both know there's going to be all kinds of offers coming your way as soon as those agents and managers hear you sing.
Oh, Malcolm, that's really sweet of you.
Don't even try getting modest on me. Baby, you have an amazing voice. You are gifted. So there's no way there won't be offers. And I know how important this is to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have planned our wedding around it.
Well, even so, I mean, doing this showcase doesn't necessarily guarantee anything.
Kelly, come on now. You must think it will or you wouldn't have signed on. Listen to me. The point is, when the offers do come rolling in, I don't want you turning your back on anything because of me. My beautiful, sexy, luscious wife to be, please lay one of those juicy, hot kisses right here in my mouth again so I can have something to think about as I get ready for work. You know, second thought, you could join me.
Oh.
And then we could have something to think about as we bathe me and get me ready for work.
You know what? Why not you go ahead, and I'll be up in a minute. I just want to do something first.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
In the tub.
Yes, you save my back for you.
Not a problem, Hillary. I'm glad to be of help. You too. Bye-bye.
Jeez, I thought you'd never get off that phone. I believe, before we were interrupted, we were talking about you and Mr. Cruz.
I seriously don't want to get into this. I mean it, Jack.
Explain something to me. What is the big deal?
The big deal is, A, it's none of your business. And B, since you are so nosy, you have to understand something. This was, a moment in time for me, okay? It was a romance on the high seas. And once we docked, we said farewell, we parted, blah, blah, blah.
And that was that.
Yes. That's why I'm not going to answer any more of your questions. This was special for me. Can you understand that? But now it's over, and you have to accept that.
I can't accept that. I paid for the damn cruise.
Oh, come on.
And it had exactly the effect I wanted it to have. You are back among the living. There is a smile on your face. I am not asking for every single detail of how it got there.
Well, thank God for that.
But I would like a little general information. And now you're being all closed-mouthed, and I don't get that. And now you're maintaining this relationship lasted just for a few days. And it ended as soon as you hit the dock? That is not the Ashley I know. That is not the kind of involvement you have.
Maybe I'm not the Ashley you knew. Maybe I've changed. Maybe I've reached the conclusion that the last thing I want right now is a long-term relationship, Jack. I don't do long-term relationships very well. Do you notice that?
You're sidestepping.
Well, that's all you're going to get, okay? So stop trying to drag out of me who it is, because it's not going to happen.
Can I just ask one thing? How serious was this?
Well, Jack, the fact that the entire relationship took place in the span of a few days pretty much tells you it wasn't all that serious, right?
Was it intimate? I mean, how far did it go?
Okay, that's where I draw the line. I thanked you for this trip. It really was a lovely diversion for me. Thank you again. But that's all I owe you. And frankly, if I didn't love you so damn much, I would really resent all these questions.
If I didn't love you so damn much, I wouldn't ask them.
I have work to do, Jack. I'm assuming you do too.
As a matter of fact, I do have a meeting. I'll be back.
What will it take to win my cooperation? As in how much?
No, those are your words, not mine.
Yeah, but that is what's going on here. You're offering me some sort of bribe to buy my silence.
You have no idea how much I hate dealing with you this way. I just wish you'd feel for me the same closeness and friendship that I feel for you, but it's still, okay. After our last conversation, how cold you were to me, it was obvious. Just as it's obvious now. You're turning your back on the bond we shared. In which case, what option do I have but to explore other possible solutions?
Oh, so in your mind, these other possible solutions are in the area of dollars and cents. Very well, I'll consider the price, and I'll get back to you. But be prepared, Diane. I may not come up to your standards when it comes to a romantic relationship, but my silence, that doesn't come cheap.
Yes. Is this the Musicians Union? Great. I wanted to get a list of the agent showcases you're having this summer. Can you send it to Callie Rogers, care of Crimson Lights Coffee House? It's 815 Hyde Park, and that's Genoa City, Wisconsin. And the zip code is 53147. Thanks.
Am I on? Geico Direct could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance. Result?
Smaller bill.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more. A typical car insurance agent is on the job during regular business hours. On the other hand, Geico insurance professionals are on the job 24 hours a day. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Life is full of important moments. They go by fast. Fortunately, there's Memoral by PharmaSure. Formulated with huperzine A, it works like this. Low levels of a key neurotransmitter in the brain can be associated with memory loss. Huperzine A helps preserve this neurotransmitter. You've spent a lifetime living those moments. Remember your Memoral. PharmaSure. Inspired by life. Created by science. Only at GNC, Rite Aid, and drugstore.com.
What's the question? Hi. Hey, what's with the makeup?
She's got a date.
Not a date, it's just a group thing.
Yeah, what time's this group thing over with?
10:30?
Whoa, try again?
All right, 10 o'clock.
And don't forget what we talked about, no?
Drinking and no smoking.
Right.
And no kissing.
And no kissing.
Here, I have to go. Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
Talk to your kids about not smoking.
Hey, you want a cigarette?
No.
They'll listen.
My hair's colored.
Burger King and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission want you to know about the voluntary recall of this Pokemon Pokeball. The ball may pose a suffocation hazard to children under 3. Throw the ball away or return it to Burger King. The safety of your child is of the utmost importance to us.
There are lots of little reasons for choosing the right cold medicine. Trust PediaCare. It's the #1 pediatrician-recommended brand of infant's cold drops made just for baby's little system. PediaCare will make your little one feel a lot better. Because you care, PediaCare.
Thomas Jefferson was our country's 3rd president, but the love of his life could never be his first lady.
I want to be at your side.
CBS presents the story of Sally Hemings.
Does she not represent the slaves who could be members of society?
She loved in secret,
I have given you children, yet I'm not the one sitting next to you at dinner.
lived in shame,
You have brought scandal on our household.
and struggled for freedom.
I have fought against slavery.
You must fight again.
Sam Neill, and introducing Carmine Jogo as Sally Hemings. CBS Sunday, February 13th.
So, think we did the right thing?
You having second thoughts?
No. For you?
No, but still
I know. You worry about our son as much as I do.
Does a parent not worry about his or her child? Still, I just want you to know I am grateful.
Grateful?
Yes, I'm aware that today was putting the shoe on the other foot, so to speak. I mean, you were giving me advice about Billy instead of the other way around.
Who would have thunk it? Seriously, though, it felt really good being able to help. But it's due to you. It's due to the way you've raised Billy, and it's due to the way you persisted in helping me to tear down those walls between my son and me.
Well, we still have our work cut out for us. But I want you to know that I'm very glad to have someone to really share that responsibility with.
So am I. Oh, Lord, so am I.
There you go.
Yo, Connie, has Brittany been in this morning? Yeah, you just missed her. Again.
Oh, man. Oh, well, never mind. I'll see her at school.
Something going on with you, too?
Well, let's just say I've got some very good news for her.
Hey, Mac. Yeah, if you're looking for Rao.
Has he been in here this morning?
No, but he stopped by after taking you home last night. He was talking about your Sweet 16 birthday bash, holding it here. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Nick and Sharon about it yet, but I gotta get that.
You're having a party here and I'm not invited?
Like your heart's broken.
Like you're so sure it's not.
Well, actually, I am, since you're going to be in Aspen during break.
How'd you know about that?
Your girlfriend? She was bragging about it in here. Loud enough for everyone to hear.
Oh, well, I didn't know you were so interested in my personal life.
Don't flatter yourself. Though it is a good thing that I heard, because now I know when to have my birthday party.
So, wait. So what are you saying? That you chose that time to throw your party because you knew I wasn't going to be here?
Dad, I don't get this. Not 5 minutes ago, you were praising me for my work, telling me what high marks I received from other Newman executives while you were gone. And now, in the same breath, you're telling me you need to reassess your decision to appoint me to the board of directors? Because what? You don't think I can do both jobs? When you and I both know I have been doing both
Sam,
jobs.
it is not about your ability or lack of ability to do both jobs. Nothing to do with that. It's a question of whether it's appropriate for an executive of Newman Enterprises to be pouring coffee on the side in some damn teeny-bopper coffee house. Furthermore, you have to ask yourself the question, how can you possibly give all your energies, all your concentration, all your focus on this job right here for Newman Enterprises?
I've handled everything and more. Far more than you have asked of me. Crimson Lights has never once interfered, Dad. Not once. You're predicting a problem when there's no evidence there's going to be a problem.
And son, there will be a problem. For heaven's sake, how long can you be doing this?
You're demanding that I give up my coffee house is unfair. It's not fair, Dad. And you know what? I'm not doing it. And if that costs me my board seat, well, so be it, because that's your decision anyway. I have a meeting to go to.
So now Victor's trying to punish me, reaching out to Diane. And if he's being that vindictive, who knows how far he might go to pay me back for my involvement with Brad. He wouldn't go that far, would he?
Justin speaking.
Hello, this is Mrs. Victor Newman. I'm calling in reference to a specimen my husband has in storage there. Has it been destroyed by now, as your letter indicated?
Let me check the records. There was a specimen stored here, but it was delivered to you.
What address?
To you at the Newman Towers penthouse. Ma'am?
My God, how did she do it? I've got to stop you, Diane. I just pray it's not too late.
Life, there's just no stopping. No break for a hacking cough. No rest for a raw, sore throat. Aches, fever. But when you're desperate for relief, there is TheraFlu. Fast, powerful, hot liquid therapy. With the first sip of that soothing hot liquid, you feel relief is on the way. Soon your throat is soothed, your cough calmed. Maximum strength TheraFlu. Now in new honey lemon chest congestion and cough. Instant comfort, powerful relief.
Even the toughest greasy stains like spaghetti sauce are no match for Resolve Carpet Cleaner. No wonder it's #1.
That's okay, cowboy.
Resolve gets you out of the toughest spots.
Straight is boring. That's why I love Le Grand Curl. L'Oreal's first mascara ever to curl your lashes all by itself. Really. This amazing technology curls as it lengthens. So ditch their old eyelash curler and get L'Oreal Le Grand Curl.
I thought this up last night. Sometimes I even amaze myself.
Good day. Buongiorno. Where is the square? Dov'è la piazza?
I don't think that's what they meant by Italian chicken.
If it's Italian chicken you want, Burger King introduces the new Italian Chicken Crisp. White meat chicken, mozzarella cheese, and marinara sauce. Now just 99 cents, only at Burger King.
CBS tonight. A ship runs aground. Harm's prisoner escapes.
It's my show now.
But that's the least of his troubles. All new Jag. CBS tonight. Jack and Connie Murphy's daughter was murdered. Now they're going to death row to confront her killer.
I have lived with such hatred of you.
But nothing could prepare them for his shocking request.
You and your husband are what you've raised my daughter.
Amy Madigan, Scott Bakula, Richard Thomas.
I'm not going to trade one child for another.
In the Name of the People, CBS Wednesday.
One of these cars was in a serious accident. Can you tell which one? It's my job to keep cars like this out of CarMax. Only 1 in 10 will make the cut. So for a great used car without the worries, come to CarMax. Discover the CarMax difference today.
Looking for a fast, easy way to sell your car? Bring it to CarMax. We make selling a car as easy and hassle-free as buying a CarMax car. In fact, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Discover the CarMax difference today.
AT&T 00 Info, how can I help you?
I need the phone number of Petey's Dog Grooming. Or is it Punky's? I'm not exactly sure of the name.
Now you can get information even if you don't have all the information. AT&T customers, dial 00. You don't need the exact name.
Found it. Pinky's Dog Grooming.
Dial 00 for any local or long-distance number anywhere. Even Yellow Page listings.
Oh, it's magic. You know.
Introducing Zatarain's New Orleans-style pasta dinners. Enjoy 6 great flavors like black beans and bow ties, Creole garlic and jambalaya. So why not jazz up dinner tonight with Zatarain's new pasta dinners from New Orleans?
Here's 7 Power Zoom, covering news from where you live.
For kids say the darndest things, the address is CVS.
Where did your mom go?
Away. Far away, I hope.
Amber, I wish that I could ease some of your pain.
No, you can't. And you shouldn't. I deserve to feel the way I'm feeling.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
For what I did to you. And especially what I did to Rick.
Oh, you're so beautiful. I missed you so much. Oh, gosh, honey, look how much they've changed.
Doc, I've only been gone a week.
They are really different. Look at them.
Well, you guys actually have changed a bit, haven't you?
What are you babies doing to us? We go away for just a little while and you grow up on us.
I bet Mrs. Williams spoiled them rotten, huh?
Yes, I gave them ice cream and chocolate for breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's probably why they've changed so much here.
No, I think they have separation anxiety. Look at them. Oh, look at me, Muddy. I promise Mommy and Daddy will never leave you again.
Well, I'm sure they'll learn to forgive you eventually.
Hey, Dad.
Hi. Welcome back, you two. Thanks. Where's Mother? She's at home, resting. How was your flight?
Long.
Yeah, it always is.
Mrs. Williams, can you come help me with the twins? Let's go see if Thomas is awake. I have some souvenirs for you guys. Yeah. Come on, let's go get our presents. Yeah, we got presents from Italy. Come on. I miss them so much.
There you go. You see? Well, your family's all back together again. I'm always glad to see that.
How's Mother doing? She's had a very difficult week. She couldn't keep her mind off Thorne and Brooke.
But now, thanks to you, she's going to get better.
Yeah, well, the jury's still out on that one, Dad.
Well, I have to believe that Thorne got the message.
Any word from Brooke at all?
No, not yet.
I'm sure she wants to murder both of us. Me especially.
Look, Rich, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to do this, but it was critical. Your mother was starting to put everything together.
I know, Dad. I just hope to God this puts an end to everything here.
It does. It has to.
But this is Brooke we're talking about here. And she's feeling scorned right now, and she's feeling betrayed. She's not going to give up without a fight.
And Bridget, she did her homework every night. She never went out. She was a dream.
Oh, that's good. You know, it's so good to see her. I really missed her.
Come on, tell me about your trip. It must have been fabulous.
No, it wasn't. What? Did Thorne call?
No, why?
Oh, Katie, something really horrible happened in Italy. I mean, really horrible.
To Thorne?
It involves Thorne and me, Ridge and Taylor.
Well, it couldn't have been too bad. But you look at this ring.
Theirs was a passion for good food. Just 6 minutes in the microwave. It was perfect. Uncle Ben's rice bowls. So satisfying. This was definitely new. Introducing rice bowls from Uncle Ben's, a passion for good food.
This is my final plea. I am a gecko, not to be confused with Geico, which could save you hundreds on car insurance. So stop calling me.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh, I didn't want mail.
You don't have to sacrifice service to save money. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Soft, fresh, incredibly thin. Introducing Carefree Ultra Thins, the thinnest panty liners ever. So you feel nothing but clean and fresh every day. New Carefree Ultra Thins.
Tonight on 60 Minutes 2, this guy looked suspicious to you. The FBI thought so. Turns out they were right, and it was even worse than they thought. The story tonight at 9, 8 Central.
Look what happened.
It was a disaster.
I don't understand. You're wearing an engagement ring.
I know. Thorne proposed to me in Venice. And it was the most wonderful day of my life. And then a couple of hours later, the whole thing turned into a nightmare.
Oh, no. You guys had a fight?
No. Ridge and Taylor had a fight.
I don't understand. Ridge and Taylor?
Ridge and Taylor were there, and they were fighting the entire time. Especially in front of Thorne and I, in the restaurant, in the airplane, in the bedroom, which was right next to ours. And they were having really bad, nasty fights.
was in the room alone. And Rich came in. And he was distraught. I mean, he was just destroyed. He said that Taylor had just walked out on him.
Taylor left Rich?
I was shocked, too. I tried to comfort him and tried to reassure him, saying that Taylor was going to come to her senses. But according to Rich, Taylor walked out on this marriage because he still had feelings for me.
That's crazy. He's long over you.
That's not what Rich said. He said that Taylor was probably right, and he was certain that I shared those same feelings, and that we should be together. Katie, it was so weird. He started talking about our past and our past relationship and how we were together, and then he had me on the bed, and we were kissing. And I didn't even know it, but Thorne was there. He was standing there in the doorway, and he was watching us, kissing.
Oh, my God.
I know, this is really terrible, and I've got to talk to him. I've got to explain. He's got to be somewhere by now. He's got to be at the house or something.
Oh, my God. Brooke, how far did this go, this kissing and...
Well, I stopped it. I stopped the kissing, but by then, Thorne had already gone. But you know what the worst thing is? This whole thing was planned. It was nothing but a setup. Rich and Taylor weren't really fighting. They were just trying to prove something to me.
I thought you said it was over between Brooke and Thorne.
It probably is.
Well, it should be. Believe me, Eric. Thorne walked in and saw the two of them lying on that bed together in the hotel room.
Well, then what makes you think that Brooke would fight for Thorne? I mean, wasn't it obvious that she's still involved with you, the whole point of our plan?
It's just not that black and white, though.
Why? How can you say that?
Look, yes, Brooke was vulnerable to me. She thought I'd broken up with Taylor. Of course she's going to be vulnerable. I was a wreck, but we didn't go to bed.
And it seems to me that this whole plan went down exactly as we wanted it to. And it was obvious that Brooke is still in love with you.
I'm not sure about that. Not sure of that, Dad.
Why?
Ridge feels really guilty about what he did to Brooke. And if the truth be known, so do I.
All right, look, I understand that, but you listen to me. Stephanie just had the worst week in her life since her stroke, and frankly, I thought she was on the verge of having another one because of the mere possibility that Brooke and Thorne were together in Venice. Now, look, if I thought it was at all possible that Brooke was right for Thorne, that they would marry and that they would be happy together and she would be faithful to him, I would do everything I could to help them make this happen. But I am so sure of one thing in my life, and that's Brooke is poison to this family. Now, Brooke is not stupid. She'll cut her losses and she'll go on with her life. She sure as hell better.
You might have heard a lot about Xenical.
There's a unique weapon in the Battle of the Bulge. It's called Xenical.
Our top story, Xenical. Is it everything you've hoped for?
Want to know the facts? Xenical is a prescription fat blocker, not an appetite suppressant, which means it blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the food you eat from ever being digested. No, you can't eat whatever you want, and you may never look like a supermodel, but with Xenical and a reduced calorie diet, you can lose weight. And that's a fact. So if you're at least 30 pounds overweight, depending on height, ask your doctor for more information.
Since Xenical blocks about 1/3 of the fat in the foods you eat, you may experience gas with oily discharge, increased bowel movements, an urgent need to have them, and an inability to control them, particularly after meals containing more fat than recommended. Xenical shouldn't be taken if you are pregnant, nursing, have food absorption problems, reduce bile flow, or taking cyclosporin. Xenical reduces the absorption of some vitamins. Therefore, a daily multivitamin is recommended.
True beauty. It's all in how I apply myself. New Olay All Day Moisture Stick Foundation. It hydrates better. Just twist anywhere, anytime for a cooling hydration sensation. It's the little things you do that truly make you beautiful.
Fresh as mountain falls, clear, crisp, pure and true. Mr. Clean brings the refreshing scent of all outdoors to you. The refreshing clean of mountain air, captured in Mr. Clean's Mountain Fall scent. Mr. Clean.
Hurry and see what's coming your way. The driest of diapers arrives today. Improved Huggies Supreme. Huggies makes the driest diapers of all because their breathe-dry system now lets twice as much fresh air in to keep skin drier than any other diaper. Huggies Supreme Diapers, the ultimate in care for you. For skin that stays dry, stays healthy too.
Dave's shocking interview with Madonna tonight on CBS.
I'll be all right when I finally talk to Thorne. No, I'll explain later. Bye, Megan.
Where do you think he is?
I don't know.
Maybe he's still in Italy.
No, he checked out before I left the hotel. God, he's got to be furious. And I'm sure he's deeply hurt. I have to find him, Katie. If there's a wedge between us, it's because of Ridge. I mean, that's one vulnerable spot of his.
He watched you together for so many years.
Oh, God, I wish I never laid eyes on Ridge.
Brooke, I have to ask you something. When you were at the hotel with Ridge, why'd you let him get you into bed?
Oh, I told you nothing happened, Katie.
Brooke, you kissed him.
Because I care about him. Or at least I cared about him. I mean, when he walked into that hotel room, he was so distraught because his wife, the mother of his children, had just walked out on him. And that really tore my heart out to see him that way. Ridge really played me for a fool. He knew exactly which buttons to push, and he pushed every single one of them. I mean, I'm a strong woman, Katie. But was I strong enough to push him away when it seemed like he needed me so desperately? No, that time I wasn't. So we kissed. A kiss that was born out of sympathy and confusion. It certainly wasn't out of desire and passion.
That Ridge would do this to you.
I've never felt so betrayed in my life. I mean, I always thought that Ridge wanted me to be happy. You know, to have whatever I wanted. But obviously I was wrong. I was dead wrong. He treated me like dirt. And for that, I will never forgive him. I'm sure Thorne will understand. I just have to get to him, and I have to explain that I was a victim. That we were both victims. I'm not going to let this break up our relationship. No, I'm not going to let that happen.
But don't you think the Forresters know that? They've got you down now. It's my guess Eric's not going to let up on you now.
Oh, God, you're right. He's probably going to throw it in Thorne's face every chance he gets. In fact, I'll bet he's over there right now. In his loving, miserable family's house. They're probably trashing me in front of him this very minute.
Ridge, I don't want you feeling guilty. What you did for your family, for Thorne, for your mother.
I don't know, Dad. It just worries me, though. Because Brooke does seem committed to Thorne.
Well, she was committed to me, too. Or so it seemed.
Hello?
Taylor, it's Brooke. Is Thorne there?
No, Brooke.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, I wouldn't lie to you. Thorne is not here.
Let me talk to her. Give me the phone. Brooke, it's Eric. Hey, listen to me. This business with you and Thorne is over. You understand? It's over.
Put Thorne on the phone.
Not here, Brooke.
You know what, Eric? You can't hide him from me. I will find him, and I will straighten this out.
Brooke, I'm telling you to stay away from him.
The only people I'm going to stay away from are you and Ridge. You're disgusting, both of you. And as soon as I find Thorne, I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him exactly what you did.
Brooke. I'll see you both later.
Where are you going, Dad?
I'm going to settle this thing once and for all.
So what are you going to do now?
Going back to L.A.? Face the Forrester rage? Amber, I can't let you go back there alone. Becky, you have a child to take care of. A precious, beautiful little boy. I tried to forget. No, Becky, don't. This is your son. And he belongs with you. You are going to be a wonderful mother. But hey, I'm still family, right? Second cousin. Amber, you will always be family to him. Yeah. It's better to be an honest, loving cousin than a dishonest mother.
I thought this up last night. Sometimes I even amaze myself.
Good day. Buongiorno. Where is the square? Dov'è la piazza?
I don't think that's what they meant by Italian chicken.
If it's Italian chicken you want, Burger King introduces the new Italian Chicken Crisp. White meat chicken, mozzarella cheese, and marinara sauce. Now just 99 cents, only at Burger King.
Because there's more to being a woman. There's Summer's Eve feminine care products. Deodorant spray, powder, and feminine wash. Summer's Eve. Enjoy being a woman.
Wash the world away. Start again. Clean. You're protected by Dial, the most trusted antibacterial soap of all. Dial Clean. Doesn't that feel better?
Who is it?
It's me, influenza. You know, the flu. Coming in.
He's influenza.
How are you?
And he'll make you miserable with symptoms like fatigue, high fever, cough, headache, and body aches.
People say I have an infectious laugh. What do you think?
Introducing Relenza, a new prescription medicine to help you start feeling better sooner. The virus that causes the flu lives in the lungs.
Go away.
If you think you have symptoms of the flu, talk to your doctor right away.
I'm not bugging you, am I?
Relenza is an antiviral medicine that's inhaled. You should be shown how to use the inhaler. Those with chronic lung disease or asthma may experience wheezing and should consult their doctor. Side effects occurred in 3% or less of patients and included nausea, diarrhea, and sinusitis.
Soup. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Soup.
If your doctor says it's influenza, ask about Relenza.
So you take little Eric and you go back to Paris. I'm going to L.A. and I'm going to do what has to be done. Amber, the Forresters love this little boy, too. I know. They adore him. Well, then, do you think it's fair to go all the way back to L.A. to lay all of this on them and not bring the baby? What was I thinking? No, you're right. I can't do that. You'll come along? Of course I will. You're a brave person, Amber. No. I am a stupid person. Forever lying to Rick about his child. But you know what? For the first time, maybe ever in my life, I feel good about myself. I do. Because I'm doing what Rick would have done. Taking responsibility for my mistakes. Maybe there's still a chance for you and Rick, you know? No, Becky. No. Taking responsibility means accepting the consequences. And the consequence for what I did to Rick is to live with the knowledge that he'll never love me. Probably hate me. And his family will feel the same way when I tell them the truth. I've lost everything that I held dear. I my husband. I lost a family that I respected and fought so hard to be a part of. All I have left is my integrity. Something that I didn't even care about before. But now, it's everything. And it has to be enough to get me through this. Amber, you will get through this. I know you will. I'm so sorry all of this happened. I know. It'll be okay.
You know where your father just went, don't you?
Yes, and I hope we're both wrong.
No. He is not going to let up on Brooke.
I just wish he'd let the whole thing go. I mean, the less we deal with Brooke right now, the better.
That's the truth. She just accused me of being a liar. She sounded furious.
Well, that's nothing compared to what she's going to do with Dad.
If he goes over there.
Trust me, he's over there.
Do you want me to stick around?
No, thanks, Katie. Really, thanks for watching Bridget and everything, okay?
No problem. It was fun. Hey, you take care of yourself. Okay. Brooke?
Goodbye, Katie. That you would have the nerve to set foot in my home.
Oh, believe me, there's a lot of other places I would rather be right now. But after that performance you gave on the telephone just now.
That wasn't a performance, Eric. That was just the tip of the iceberg. Because what you did to me was sick, utterly pathological, and I can't even believe that you could even...
You know what I did to you, Brooke? I held up a mirror in front of your face. That's all I did. And when you looked in it, what did you see? You saw a woman who's been lying to herself, a woman who's just as obsessed with Ridge now as she was when she was married to me. And now it's Thorne you're using. He's just a substitute, just like I was.
You think your little plan for keeping Thorne and me apart is going to work, Eric? Think again. Because Thorne loves me, and we're going to be together, and there is nothing that you can do about it.
You're about to see a toothbrush do something rather unusual. Introducing the Colgate Navigator. It bends wide open, so its bristles gently adjust to your teeth for a thorough clean. The new Colgate Navigator, bent on cleaning better.
My doctor said occasional personal dryness is natural. She recommended KY. I chose new KY Silk E. Nothing feels more natural.
New KY Silk E with vitamin E from the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
Mascara. Love the look. Hate the stiff, brittle lashes that can come with it. Well, get a feel of this.
New Full and Soft Mascara from Maybelline.
It's more of those lashes we love. Unbelievably soft.
Maybelline's exclusive soft wax formula keeps lashes soft so they're not dried out or brittle.
It's like I got a billion lashes, all outrageously full and soft.
New Full and Soft Mascara from Maybelline.
Maybe she's born with it.
Do you want your parties to be really special? Try Rocher, the European speciality your guests will adore. Smooth chocolate, crunchy hazelnut, a luxurious taste sensation. It's more of a party with Rocher.
Discover how good a big hug can be with the all-new Teletubbies Big Hug Video. Share a big hug with your child. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Only on video. And share a big hug with the Munch and Slurp Teletubbies from Hasbro. See why Judging Amy has captured the hearts of millions of viewers.
They have to be fair to the greater good. You go, girl!
Judging Amy, CBS tonight. 15 years ago, something terrible happened to this child.
Did you say this was a boy?
Male teen, yep.
It's a girl.
Thursday,
What's unusual about this X-ray?
the truth will come out.
There's a reason that you want to be a boy. Why?
The case that will shock even the doctors of Chicago Hope. CBS Thursday.
From Hallmark Hall of Fame, when his son vanishes without a trace,
You don't know what kind of people he was mixed up with.
Atticus Cody will travel to the ends of the earth to find him.
There are things you don't want to know.
But is he prepared for what he'll discover?
Oh, Scotty.
Academy Award winner James Coburn in Hallmark Hall of Fame's Missing Pieces, CBS Sunday.
In Genoa City, there's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, maybe I should run and hide.
Because these bad boys are here to stay.
Don't you forget it.
So if you like your men devious and dangerous,
You make me so crazy.
Thanks, sugar.
you'll love them young and restless.
That's quite a fantasy.
Because with these boys,
What happens next?
it's everything.
We've got a new Scott towel we think is pretty amazing. So we thought it made sense to test it under the toughest conditions.
We made a big mess.
Okay. You see, only new Scott towels have ridges. Designed to pick up spills even quicker than you know who.
It's a winner. New Scott towels with ridges. Common sense on a roll.
Why do warehouse clubs and superstores usually have the lowest prices? Because they sell in volume.
At CarMax, the auto superstore, we have the highest volume used car stores in the country.
So we can offer below Blue Book prices on most cars.
Discover the CarMax difference today.
Looking for a fast, easy way to sell your car? Bring it to CarMax. We make selling a car as easy and hassle-free as buying a CarMax car. In fact, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. Discover the CarMax difference today.
At Church's, we make our chicken from scratch. Because not everyone can. Now get 5 crispy buffalo wings and fries, just $1.99.
Thanks for making News Channel 7 the area's most watched news station. NBSC, the South Carolina bank for you, celebrating the new millennium.
Amy Madigan, Scott Bakula, and Richard Thomas in The Name of the People, CBS Wednesday.
Hey. Good morning. Now you can help me find my baby, right?